Hi, everybody. Happy Monday. Thanks for joining us tonight on our free necklace night. I'm so glad you're here. I'm going to give it just a minute here. It's about 5:01, so just a few more seconds. For those of you joining, I want to just let you know I just copied a Google Docs link in the chat. So that is where you're going to want to go and fill that out. And I will give you a code word at the end of this call that you'll fill that out with. And then we'll do a drawing for the free necklace from that Google Doc. So it's super important that you fill that out. Hi, you guys. Thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate it. And if there's somebody on from Park Lane that wants to copy and paste that document as we go along, just to make sure everybody sees it, that would be awesome. But I can also just paste it as I go too. So you guys, we're so glad you're here. My name is Cheryl DeGroat, and I am a company vice president with Park Lane. I have been with Park Lane just since November, so almost a year. And I'm super excited to be with you tonight. And we're just really glad you're here. I know everybody's got busy lives, and somebody thought that you would love this call and that you would benefit from learning a little bit about Park Lane. And so I'm super glad that you're here, and you're going to want to, after this call, get back with the person that invited you and shared this call with you, and just let them know what you thought of the call. So just to get started, I'll just give you just kind of a overview of what's going to happen tonight. We get a lot of questions, so what we're going to do is just kind of hopefully answer proactively some of the questions that we get about Park Lane. So we'll be talking about why the direct sales or network marketing industry. And then we're going to talk about why jewelry, why Park Lane, and why now. So that's kind of what I'm going to talk about tonight. And we'll just try and answer some of the key questions that you might have, or that people in general have, about the business, about the company, about direct selling. And hopefully we will answer a bunch of your questions. And then if you have any after the call, you can get back with the person that invited you. So we're just so glad you're here. So like I said, I'm Cheryl DeGroat. I am a 50-something mom and wife from Central California. So I'm not on the beach like you would picture. I'm in the heart of agriculture in a little town called Visalia. I have been in the direct selling space for about, I guess, about 15 years. And I'm so thankful. I never would have seen myself doing something like this. I have a bachelor's degree in kinesiology, thought I was going to go back for a nursing degree, maybe physical therapy. Once I graduated from college, I was going to go back to grad school. And I ended up working in human resources a little bit. I worked in the hotel industry for a while. And then I ended up working for a software company for about 10 years, a payroll software company, and I was a technical analyst. So I did something totally different than what I went to school for. And then when my husband is a dairy nutritionist, so he consults just rations and diets for dairy farms and dairy cows. And so we decided I would stay at home with the kids, which was great. And when they were about 4 and 2, I eventually knew I was going to go back to school. But I had a friend call and say, "Hey, I want you to sell jewelry with me." And I said, I don't even wear jewelry. I'm not going to do that. And I certainly don't like these, direct sales and network marketing. That is not for me. I'm not going to do anything like that. And she's like, just give it a try. And so I did. And you guys, I loved it. And for me, why it was great is because my husband's a big budget guy, and I'm the budget buster. So I was finding myself going to Target with my little 4 and 2-year-old, and you know how it goes. You're strolling the aisles, you go in for one thing and you come out with, 52 things you don't need. But I just wanted my own income. And then the other thing is too, there was a part of me that wanted to contribute back. I knew I was going to still have to go back to school for a couple of years, and it would probably take a while to kind of ramp up my career, whatever I ended up choosing to do. And what I found was I was a stay-at-home mom, all in the thick of Mickey Mouse Clubhouse and whatever else. Back then it was like Barney. I'm aging myself a little bit, but why I tell you that is I found myself a little bit lonely. I found myself not really, getting dressed and going out because I was just home with these kids, which was great, such a gift. But I ended up starting to do these jewelry parties. Again, didn't even wear jewelry, certainly wasn't a sales girl. But I did have a love and a gift for helping people. And what I found in doing this is I was able to help other women find joy in just grabbing a piece of jewelry that they loved and that made them feel better. But beyond that, as I shared kind of my story, like, hey, I'm just a stay-at-home mom. I have no background in any of this stuff, but it's fun. And I'm making, several $100s a week. I ended up having people just kind of organically join my team because there were so many other women that related with that. And so I ended up just finding a way to help people, and it was so much fun. And I found kind of a new purpose, and it turned into a full-time income for me, which was shocking to me. I did not know that was possible. But the beauty of that was I didn't end up having to go back to school to get that graduate degree. I just kind of threw myself all in, and it has been a blessing ever since. So I was with one company for several years that ended up closing, selling out. It was a great experience. I loved it. And then I went to another jewelry company and had a great experience there too. But I just needed a change. Sometimes, God calls us out of things. And so I felt like he was moving me a different direction. I took about a year off and I missed it. So Park Lane for me was everything I didn't know I needed. I have loved lots of things about it, and I'll talk more about that later, but it really has been great for me. I have a daughter that's at Florida State University playing beach volleyball there, and I live in California. So you can imagine, like, I love the flexibility to go back and forth. We get to go see her this weekend. So I'm excited. I don't have that, pull of a full-time job where I can't get away. Obviously the income has been amazing. All the free trips over the years. I get to go with Park Lane to St. Thomas Virgin Islands in March of next year, a trip that I got to earn with the company. So there's so many beautiful benefits. But then I'm free. I have a junior daughter in high school too. So I'm free to help at her school, just do different things within the community. So it's really just been a blessing for me because it's given me flexibility, but that awesome income too. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. So, and I have notes just to make sure I cover everything. So bear with me as I kind of go through everything. So the first thing I want to tell you, just why direct sales? So I talked a little bit about this. It's flexible. So many people right now just need something flexible, right? Maybe you work full time. You just want something you can do in addition to the job that you already have. So I love that it's flexible. We work pretty much from our phones. And I would say 90% of the company, and for sure of my team, are full-time. They work full-time. The most successful leaders on my team work full-time. So if you work full-time, no problem. It's flexible. We work mostly from our phones and computers. You can still do in-person events, but a lot of us truly are just working right from Facebook a lot of the time. The other thing is it provides immediate income. So the second you join, you can earn up to 30 to 50% commission on a party that you're doing right from Facebook Messenger. And so you will get immediate income. We get paid every single week, which is phenomenal to me. Thirdly, it's a plug and play platform. So we have all the tools in place. We give you all the training. It's right there. And it's a business that you can do as much or as little as you want. It's flexible for you. And so it's custom to you. So you can plug right in and do as much or as little as you want and find whatever it is that you need from the business. So I love that. Secondly, why jewelry? So like I said, I never even really wore hardly any jewelry. I quickly found that it's something that people absolutely love. So one thing I would tell you is it's simple. It's simple and fun. So when I'm wearing it, it makes me feel better and I love it. But it's interesting how many people will compliment. So if you're just wearing and sharing, it's just an easy thing to sell. It's a great conversation starter. I tried it for like a year. I thought, oh, I'll dabble in like healthcare products. Nothing wrong with that. I think it's a great thing. But first of all, I didn't feel like I was exactly the picture of health. But also my jewelry always fits, you guys. So nobody's questioning, is she really healthy? Should she really be selling that jewelry? Everybody always sees it. They love it. They want it. It's just that simple. So I love that. The other thing is it's a consumable product. A lot of people don't think about that. You think, oh, it's just a one-time shop. My customers are repeat shoppers. They love it. They continue to buy more. And so I love that because it is consumable. And jewelry is the number one gift people give. So if you think about it that way, even if people aren't shopping for themselves, people are always needing to buy for um, birthdays or Mother's Day or graduations or whatever it might be. There's always a need to buy jewelry. So it is a consumable product. Plus, the trends are always changing. We're always wanting to add layers to what we already have. And so it's a consumable product. So that's awesome too. I touched on this a little bit, but jewelry spreads joy. So that is a proven fact. There's been research that shows that when women are wearing jewelry, they're just happier and more confident. And I found that to be true when I took a little time away. I was like, why am I in such a funk? Well, I had just stopped wearing all the jewelry and I missed it. It does make you feel better. Even if you just throw on that pair of earrings or that necklace or that ring or whatever, I'm always looking at my bracelets. Always love to catch a glimpse of the jewelry in the mirror, and it does absolutely spread joy. Like I said earlier too, you will be shocked how many people will just compliment you in the store or at a gas station or wherever, at a function that you're at, a football game or wherever. People are always commenting on my jewelry. And again, like I said, I wasn't even a jewelry wearer, so that's been interesting too. The other thing, like I said earlier, is it's a great conversation starter. So a lot of people are like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't even know who I would sell to. Well, jewelry naturally is bringing up conversations because someone compliments you and then you can kind of, move on from there and say, hey, like I sell it. Would you want a card or can I share my catalog or my link? So super, super easy. It's the easiest thing ever to sell. Okay, why Park Lane? So Park Lane is the longest and largest standing direct selling company ever. So it's been in business almost 70 years. It's family owned and operated. And so I love that. That was part of the reason I chose to come to Park Lane a year ago. Like I said, I'd had great success. I'd built, a couple multi-million-dollar organizations with other companies. But the one thing I really love about Park Lane is it's been around a long time. They're debt-free. They're owned and operated by 3 generations of family, which I love. And so I just like that. I love being associated with a company that's family owned and they've been in business a really long time. So they're super stable. As far as our jewelry is concerned, it's diversified. So there's something for everybody. If you're looking for something on trend like the bows, or if you're just a simple girl and you just want to wear a simple gold chain, if you love pearls or if you love color and bling, we have it all. So it's very diverse. So I think that that's kind of a cool thing is just the ability to kind of speak to everybody. My 85-year-old mother loves it and my 17-year-old daughter loves it. So there's something for everybody. So it's diversified. The third thing is Park Lane stands behind the jewelry. So they have 100% guarantee. This is crazy to me. So lifetime guarantee. It doesn't matter if you back over it, if the dog eats it, if you just decide you don't like it, they will replace it. So I love that. So 100% guarantee and they stand behind everything. And then also, if you've ever shopped Park Lane before, I don't know if you're let me know in the comments if you're a newbie or if you're a Park Lane fan, if you've seen it before. But it's, we have a customer sale that's like nothing I've ever seen before. It's buy 2, and then you get the next 4 items half off. I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around this because it just feels too good to be true. And let me tell you why, because the 2 items that you buy are your least expensive items in your list. So if you have a list of 6, Park Lane takes your 2 least expensive items. Those are the items you pay full price for, and then the next 4 are half off. So that is amazing. So I love it. We have some newbies and some that are obsessed. So that is awesome. Thanks for sharing that with me in the chat. That's awesome. Our hostess plan is incredible. So the hostess plan is different with Park Lane because they reward our hostesses based on how many people shop with you. So you get 10 customers to shop as a hostess and you get $400 in free jewelry. That is amazing. It is generous and it is awesome. So that's really easy. And for most hostesses, they hear that and they say, I can get 10 friends to shop. That's no problem. So especially like I said, when it's all online, they can look at a catalog online. They can watch a live presentation online. It's so, so easy. So again, the average hostess gets $400 in free jewelry, but a lot of our hostesses get a lot more because they're collecting more orders. So that's fabulous too. As far as our stylists are concerned, when you join, you're immediately making 30 to 50% commission on your sales. That is crazy and it is awesome. So like I said, we get paid once a week. So it's immediate commission, immediate income on what you're selling. And again, you can do it without having one piece of jewelry. Even you can start even before you get your collection. So they're very, very generous. It's definitely the most generous company compensation plan that I've ever seen. And so that's pretty special to be a part of that too. In addition to that, we have lots of perks. So a couple of the perks that we have, the first one I'm going to tell you about, our stylists have the opportunity to earn $1,000 in free jewelry a month. When you sell just 1,000 in your first 2 weeks of any month, this goes on as long as you're with the company, but first 2 weeks of the month, it's called a Rich Rewards Club. If I sell $1,000, they give me a $250 credit to go shop and get any pieces of jewelry that I want. So I can keep those for my collection. I can give them away to my customers, or I can turn around and sell those for 100% profit. So I love our Rich Rewards program. Again, so generous. I've been able to earn that every month that I've been with Park Lane in almost a year. And again, sometimes I give it back to my customers. Sometimes I just need it for my inventory to build my inventory. So I'm not having to buy my inventory. I can just earn it. It's just extremely generous. The second thing, we have phenomenal trips. So this past year, the stylist got to go that earned the trip went to Ireland and Paris. You guys, that is phenomenal to me. That makes me so excited. And that was one of the things that kind of roped me in. Now, I joined too late to earn either of those trips, but the next one available was St. Thomas Virgin Islands, someplace I've never been before. I'm so excited. And their trips are 5-star luxury trips. Five to 6 nights. They're really nice trips. Top of the line. They spoil the stylist rotten. And then the next trip that we're working on is Switzerland. So they don't mess around with trips. They spoil the stylist. The third thing that again was a huge perk for me is they have a Mercedes-Benz car program. The thing I love about this is you do not have to be a top leader to earn that car program. That is awesome. So you can come in, you can recruit just a few people to your team, do some sales, and you can earn that Mercedes really readily. My leader has, I think, over 200 people on her team that have earned it. And I already have 3 gals on my team that have earned the Mercedes and another couple right on the verge. So that to me is huge. The other great thing is if you don't want the car bonus to go toward your Mercedes. So if you have a Mercedes, you get one amount, but then if you just want to put it toward your own car payment, maybe you don't really like Mercedes, or maybe you love your Suburban, you can just take that cash, you just get a cash bonus of $500 and put it toward whatever you want. You don't even have to put it toward your car. You can use it for whatever you want, slap it in your bank. So I love their car program because it's so flexible. You can use that bonus for whatever you want. So I love that too. We also have a direct appoint program. So this was something that was a huge benefit to me. And I'm going to tell you about it because it really meant something to me. So they recognize your industry experience. So if you've been a leader with another company in direct selling or network marketing, Park Lane recognizes that. I love that. Other companies recognize your history and your prior experience, right? So why wouldn't a network marketing or direct selling company? Park Lane does. So if you have been a top leader or not even just midway leader, they will bring you in at that same level, a lateral level, and start you at that level, start you at that commission with that title, and you will never lose it. So that was a little bit of a pain point in companies that I was with prior, is that if you didn't hit certain marks for the month, maybe you had a personal circumstance, you would lose your leader title if you didn't hit all the numbers. And so I love that Park Lane recognizes your background, recognizes the experience that you've had, and they bring you in at that level. So that is something I love. So if you were to come into Park Lane and then you knew of leaders in other companies, there are a lot of companies closing right now. Unfortunately, there's a lot of leaders looking for a soft and safe and generous place to land. You could refer other leaders and they can come in on that same direct appoint program with you. So, and you get credit for that too. So it's pretty generous and sweet thing. So, the other thing is we have a fundraising program, and Park Lane will, give 50% of your sales of your profit back to whatever charity you choose. You just have to submit a form, give the tax ID number, and whatever your party total is, they donate 50% back to that charity. So we have a lot of people right now doing that very thing with, whether it's breast cancer research or hurricane relief, whatever. It's a really, really generous, beneficial thing that Park Lane does, and I absolutely love it. So why now? You might be thinking, is this a good time to do it? It is a good time to do it. We are on the verge of more explosive growth. This company continues to grow and outdo their, prior year sales every single month, year over year. So we have grown over 400% since the pandemic. If that tells you anything, that is huge. And so that's exciting. We are growing. We continue to grow. We are attracting some phenomenal stylists to our field. And that's pretty exciting. The other thing is like I said, most of our stylists run their business totally online. So it is a great time to start because you can do it right from your phone or your computer. Also with the Great Resignation, millions of people were looking for jobs. So still, I think that's kind of in the back of people's heads. Also with the economy the way it is, people are just looking for additional income. So maybe you have a great full-time job, you love it. But I have lots of people on my team that, whether it's nurses, we have psychologists, we have a lot of teachers. People are just looking for supplemental income. They love their job, but they want additional income, or they want just something fun to do that's not as stressful as their day job. So I love that too. So we have a lot of realtors that work with us. They're out, selling houses all day, but then they're doing these online parties again, just to give them something fun, a different connection. They're earning free trips, their Mercedes-Benz bonus. So it's kind of fun to watch just the different people that come in and how they use it to supplement income, or again, just in this economy, we can all use a few bucks. The other thing is we have all the tools, we have the systems, there are scripts written out so you know exactly what to say. If you're sitting here thinking, oh, I wouldn't even know what to say, don't worry. We have it all just worded out for you. You can use it, you can tweak it. It's amazing the training they have provided for us. Our team in particular, it has been phenomenal. This is one thing I will say to you too. I have been blown away by the caliber of the women, but also and men too, but just the way everybody is so willing to share ideas. So if something's working for a leader, they don't benefit at all to share that with me. They do. That is the culture at this company. And that's the culture specifically within this team. They share ideas, they share things that are working, they share graphics, they share words that are working, they share party ideas that are working. So if you're feeling like I wouldn't know what to do, this is the most generous and sharing group of people. They're sharing trainings. It's awesome. So that has kind of blown me away, and I'm sure it would you too. But just know you can come in with no experience and have all the tools that you need. So that's another reason now is a great time. We also offer 3 different kit options to get started. So you can talk to the person that invited you about those. But what I will say is my favorite thing is you build your own kit. So you get to choose the pieces that you want to start with. So I love that because it's totally customizable to you. You choose what you want. It's not like a kit is just getting shipped with the things the company chose for you. And then, like I said, once you get started, you can build onto that with all that free jewelry that they give you simply for selling and partying with the jewelry. So I love that too. Probably the last question that we get asked a lot is, can I do it? So I just kind of laugh because I'm like, if I can do it, anybody can do it. Like I said, I didn't even wear jewelry. I do not have a sales background, but if you have a phone, if you have any desire to just connect with people, there's lots of reasons why people do this. And I will say too, I love it for the connection. I love the people that I've met. Some of my very best friends are people that I've met in this business. And that might sound crazy to you, but that is the truth. I have built wonderful relationships within the business with the other stylists on the trips that we go on, or even just online in our online communities. You will build wonderful relationships. But also anybody can do this business. It is not rocket science. And like I said, everything's laid out for you. You have basically a roadmap of exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, how you need to do it. And it is so simple. And so anybody can do it. The other thing I want to tell you is that we have people from all walks of life doing this. So now I'm in a place where I have, like I said, a college age student across the country, one at home. I'm a stay-at-home mom doing this business more full-time. But we have people that are working so full-time with incredibly demanding jobs, and they still are able to be very, very successful with this business. We have young people joining and killing it in this company, as well as people in retirement that maybe they worked a full-time job for a long time, retired, and now they're just looking for something for fun. They maybe have a little time on their hands, or like I said, they just need that supplemental income. So, men, women, young, old, love jewelry, wear a ton of it, you drip in it, or just super simple. We have everybody, and we are finding success on all levels. So I love that anybody can do it. And then I would just say, there's never been a better time. And if I could be so bold as just to say, welcome home, welcome to Park Lane. We would love to have you join us. And we're so excited for you because we know how it's changed our lives. And so we're excited for how it can impact yours as well. So, I'm just looking forward to seeing you get started and hearing about that. So I'm going to go ahead and post in the comments the Google Doc one more time. If you're looking for this, look under chats. You should see it pop up on the right side of your Zoom, and then click on that Google Doc and fill it out for us. And the code word is going to be flourish. And the reason I chose that word, it's super important to me, because you flourish when you're in an environment that's healthy and encourages growth. And I have never been more thankful to be at Park Lane, where I feel like I really, truly can flourish. I feel like I'm in such a healthy, vibrant, supportive company, generous, and I'm around a lot of like-minded people that are just creating an environment where I can flourish. So I hope you'll come flourish with us over here at Park Lane. And I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you so much again for joining us. And again, if you have any questions, reach back to the stylist that invited you. We're just honored that you took your time to spend a bit of your evening with us, and we look forward to having you join Park Lane. So thank you so much, you guys. I hope you guys all have a really great rest of your night and a fabulous week ahead. Okay? Good night, guys. I'm going to just leave this open here for you. For those of you that still need to click on that Google Doc, I'll leave it open. And if anybody has any questions, I can answer any questions too while I'm sitting here. I'm happy to do that. I'm going to stop the recording. I can here.